Since Wednesday morning, drivers and crews have worked in some cases round the clock, preparing, sometimes struggling to qualify and race at the mecca of stock car racing, Daytona International Speedway. 42 Goodies Dash drivers have made it. Often in the 80-lap event, the goal is simply to survive. But when the green is on, the competition is hard to top. Pole sitter Ricky Bryant hopes the fruits of his qualifying labor will pay off with a victory in the 2000 edition of the Discount Auto Parts 200. The cars have fired to life when we're just about ready to go green here at Daytona International Speedway.
If you've never seen NASCAR's Goodies Dash Series cars perform, you're in for a treat. This is NASCAR's smallest sedan series, comprised of 4- and 6-cylinder Pontiac Sunfire, Chevy Cavaliers, and Ford Escorts. But don't let their small size or number of cylinders fool you. They've been clocking over 170 miles per hour down the backstretch. Unlike their big brothers in NASCAR's Winston Cup that struggle to run 2 and 3 wide, these guys can stack them 4 abreast, which makes the racing and the finishes even that much more spectacular. Just ask Alabama's Danny Bagwell, who 1 year ago tumbled his Ford 10 times out of turn 4 after cutting a right rear tire. So to sum it up, these cars are small, fast, exciting, and incredibly safe.
That's the what. Here's the who. 41 men and 1 woman. 42 teams and the same goal. Ricky Bryant won 3 races last year and started this year by winning the pole. In 1997, he was Rookie of the Year, and he's finished 3rd in points in each of the last 2 years. He hopes to finish this year exactly where he's starting it, in front of everyone else. To do that, he'll have to keep Robert Huffman behind him. Huffman starts 3rd, a 3-time series champion. He won the Goodies Dash title in each of the last 2 years. After struggling in practice, he was solid in qualifying and strong in the draft. Trying to compare these two to the rest of the field is a little like comparing apples to oranges. Had Huffman 7 wins to Bryant's 3, and they won 10 of 16 races last season. What will it be for these two talents at the end of this day? A victory lane full of apples, or just a case of sour grapes at Daytona?
ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, and the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing welcome you to Daytona. We're getting ready for the start of the Discount Auto Parts 200 for the Goodies Dash Series. Hi, everyone. I'm Bob Jenkins, along with Benny Parsons. This is always a great race here at Daytona. We have drivers of various age levels and experience levels, some with a lot of experience here at the 2.5-mile high bank track, some with very little.
That's what makes this race so doggone exciting. These drivers are so inexperienced. If you watch this race, you'll understand why young people have to get a learner's permit before they get a driver's license, because these drivers don't do it exactly right. They race like they're on a half-mile racetrack, side by side, and they don't worry about the draft. The winner will worry about the draft, and they will learn a great deal about running Daytona here today at about 165 miles per hour.
Well, let's take a look at the starting lineup for today's race. Qualifying at 162.431, Ricky Bryant, who was 3rd in 1999 series standings. Outside, Randy Humphrey, a rookie last year. Second row, Robert Huffman, the 99 champion, and Johnny Chapman, the 91 champion of this series. Starting in 5th position, Shannon Bryan in his 6th dash race, and B.J. Mackey, 7th race here at Daytona, and he's only 22 years of age. Benny, as Jerry said, these cars are mostly 6-cylinder, but there are a couple of 4-cylinder cars in the race.
I think there's 4 or 5 4-cylinders, but most of them are the V6, about 260 cubic inches. There we see Angie Wilson, the lone female in the race. Brandon Head, Scott Grayling back in the 7th row. These cars weigh a little under 3,000 pounds. And to get around the racetrack, we see the qualifying speed of 158 miles per hour. Actually, they'll probably race at 161, 162. And that's another thing the drivers have to get accustomed to, running a faster speed in the draft than they were in qualifying.
And although these cars aren't very big, they do punch enough of a hole in the air to make drafting a real exciting thing to watch.
It really is. And again, they don't do it exactly right. They will run side by side for 2 or 3 laps, forgetting about the speed. They're trying to beat that other guy. And that's what the race is all about, trying to beat the car in front of you.
Back in the 18th row for today's race, Brandon Ward and Brian Gandy. Starting in the 19th row, Dan Shaver and Jimmy Brits. In row number 20 here this afternoon, Justin Hopgood, his brother Jake, starts a little bit ahead of him. Brent Moore also in row number 20. And in the final row, Bobby Dayton and a former champion of this series in 1995, David Hutto. That's the starting lineup for the Discount Auto Parts 200. The green flag comes out when we return.